Hey folks, how's it going? Gonna get into Star Trek Resurgence today. I don't know about you, but I'm excited. We're gonna let some folks come into the room, and we'll get started in just a few minutes. Grab a drink if you don't have one already. Alrighty, let's get going. We're going to start a new game, Star Trek Resurgence. Buckle up. Dramatic Labs being former Telltale employees.
Captain's log, stardate
Who doesn't
57931.4.
love a good classic
The crew is
Star Trek
restless.
shuttle?
After spending too many months piecing our ship back together, we're finally about to venture out on a new mission. And the crew isn't letting this unprecedented ion storm slow them down. They're ready for something different. I know I am. Perhaps more than any of them. Fortunately, nothing ever stays the same. It's entropy,
Prequel comic
the nature of the universe.
for this game.
Change
Might
is
wanna check it out.
inevitable. And while entropy says order gives way to chaos, in this case, change is good. Our new first officer is en route to the Resolute. Jara Rydek. I know she'll bring a welcome dose of new blood to the crew.
Well, Master Keyboard here still gave me a
Thanks.
No
photo
problem.
prompt.
I'm not great with flying. But these little shuttles are the worst.
You don't like flying. And yet, you joined Starfleet.
There's a reason I'm not a pilot.
You should try it sometime.
Let me just bump my mic up here. There we go.
Sorry, I'm a little anxious.
I hadn't noticed.
I'm on my way to my first assignment. When we get to the starbase, I'm transferring on to the Resolute.
Hey, so am I.
So am I.
Oh.
It won't be easy for Jara to step in at the 11th hour like this.
Ooh, good shot of a Miranda
She's half
class
the
there.
officer I knew she could become when she was a cadet at Starfleet Academy. She'll be the XO this ship needs, right?
Steam Runner. Love it. Nova class, Excelsior class. Just gonna raise my mic volume here. There we go. Good old Starbase 128.
A starbase on the very edge of Federation space. Long way from home now.
That's pretty.
Commander? I'm not usually such a nervous wreck, by the way. I actually did well at the Academy.
Oh yeah?
Maybe you've heard of the Torvalin test?
Who hasn't heard the
Sounds
Torvalin
familiar.
test?
It's a tactical simulator that makes the Kobayashi Maru look like a picnic on Pintaris 5. Anyway, I finished in the top 20.
Top 20.
Not just in my class. I mean, all time. In the history of the Academy.
Only top 20, huh? So I guess there's room for improvement.
Well, it's really, really hard.
So I've heard.
Please place your hand here. Hold it there for a few seconds. Welcome, Commander Rydek.
Wait, you're Jara Rydek? You absolutely crushed the Torvalin test. You finished in what, like the top 3?
That would be me.
Now I'm really... It's an honor to meet you, Commander.
About time.
Sorry, I didn't realize before.
Now you know.
I just came off the shuttle and was glad to be on solid ground.
Well, now you know. Keep your eyes and ears open and you might pick up on things.
I believe Commander Ermot is expecting you. He's in the concourse just ahead.
See you on the Resolute.
Find Commander Ermot. Don't mind if I do. We got the LCARS interface down, that's for sure.
Good day, Commander.
Oh, good day to you too. Those pesky ion storms, I tell you what. Ooh. Oh, I'm so glad to know where the streamlines are on the starbase. And the convergence doors.
If I remember my briefing, Commander Ermont is a Bolian, so I'm looking for someone with blue skin.
Hello, lost crewman.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm just... Well, I'm not sure where my departure dock is. The Resolute's gonna leave without me.
Look here. The Resolute is leaving from this dock.
I'm not sure what on the
you're
display
right.
tells her that.
Nerves must be getting to me.
It's so great to see the gray
Thanks so much,
uniforms.
Commander.
I love it. Hello.
Excuse me. Have you seen a Bolian around here?
Yes, sir. Right back there, near the replicator.
Ah, there he is. Thank you.
Happy to help, Commander.
I'll replicate myself a meal once I'm on board.
Whoa. What are you?
Excuse me.
What Star Trek species has purely red skin? Hey. Let's see, Bolian. There we are. Hello. Why was there a loading
Welcome to
screen?
the edge of the galaxy, Commander Rydek. I'm Commander Jan Ermont, Operations Officer on the Resolute. Commander,
Shout out to Heather in the chat. Welcome.
I hope there wasn't too much trouble getting here. This storm isn't making anything easy for us right now.
It takes more than a little turbulence to rattle me.
I'm sure that's the case. We're grateful you were able to come fill our first officer vacancy at such short notice. From everything I've read and everything I've heard,
Gotta
we're
read the
lucky you were
comics to know what
available
happened to the
us.
last one.
Coming from a premier starship and all. To our little research vessel.
What have you heard about me?
What exactly have you heard about me?
First in your class at the Academy. Received the Starfleet Award of Valor during the Dominion War. Most recently, Tactical Officer and Chief of Security on the USS Endeavor.
You've done your homework.
Like I said,
Oh, I wonder if she was in the Battle and Sacrifice of Angels, which I just watched the other night. Maybe. You never know.
the USS Resolute. She may not look like much compared to the bigger ships, but as far as science vessels go, she can more than hold her own. And she doesn't look so bad considering 6 months ago she was nearly cracked in half, venting plasma, fighting for her life.
It was an accident?
The equipment malfunctioned.
Didn't you read the comic?
An accident suggests fault, but no one's to blame. It was a planned test, but the warp core was pushed beyond its limits. It destabilized the dilithium, there was a runaway reaction, and the warp bubble deformed.
Can't deform the warp
We thought
bubble.
we could reach a higher resonant frequency, but it was more than she could handle. Cost us our first officer and 22 of our crew. At the end of the day, we're all responsible for each
It
other.
could have been worse.
That's
No
what it means
empathy.
to be a crew.
With hundreds of crew members aboard the ship, it could have been so much worse.
True, but you never think about it that way. You can't help but replay events in your head and think about the things you could have done instead. Listen, I realize you've known Captain Solano for quite some time, and I'm sure you're ready to bring your best. But I should warn you that when the captain announced you would be the new first officer, there were those who felt it was a mistake, that he should have promoted from within. So you might want to tread lightly at first. Until they come to value your contributions as much as he does.
Hello,
Thank you.
Allenson.
Well, it's
Thanks
good
for
to have
joining
a
us.
sense for what you're walking into.
I know you're a
I
huge
just
Star
thought
Trek
you
fan.
ought to know.
I appreciate it.
Starfleet has assigned us a high-priority mission to the
Oh,
hotel.
I got his approval. Commander Ermont. I made a good first impression with him. Great. I don't know if I showed a lot of empathy with him, but
Region.
that's okay.
I'll let the captain brief you on board. I know he's eager to see you.
Will we be mission ready in time?
We have every intention. The crew has been working around the clock to get the ship ready.
Anybody
Still
who's
so
played
much to do.
Telltale games before, you'll know how your choices will either be positive or negatively received with other characters, and it's nice of the game to explicitly tell you how they think. I like that.
Stuck. I got just the thing.
Okay, wait, do I know which one's the plasma torch? Let's see. I think maybe the bottom right one looks like it could be a torch. Is that right? Yeah. I got this. There we go. That corrosion didn't stand a chance. This is something we would see like Boimler doing on lower decks. What is that, D? There we go.
Is that?
Ah! Look at that. Lower decks.
I thought the thing was totally fried. Nice work, Carter.
Thanks.
Nothing to it, Neely.
And not a moment too soon. The boss wants us down in engineering. Like, now.
Hey, Diaz, can you give us some help with the transporter?
Oh, I suppose.
What's the problem?
We need to test this cargo transporter. I've never been that great with the signal plotting.
I got it. No problem.
There's one thing I can do. It's plot a signal. Select the waypoints along the path through the ionic interference. And I gotta make sure it stays yellow. Okay.
Come on!
Can you wait a second, please? I'm trying to help this guy. There we go. That guy couldn't do that.
Sweat. Whoa, hey, buddy, get off the pad!
Uh-oh.
Carter Diaz!
He's fine. He's fine.
Don't tell Chovak.
Not a word.
Anybody else around here need my help?
Hurry up!
Hold on, wait a second. I need to see if anybody else needs my help around here. What are you guys doing? What are you doing? He's not doing
Time's
anything.
a-wasting.
Maybe he's doing like a microcellular scan. That's what I think he's doing. Oh. Wait, oh, got it. Okay, good. I'm glad I was here to catch that for her.
Hey Diaz, have you seen a hyperspanner around here? I last saw it near the shuttle, Ptarmigan.
I'll let you know.
I think, okay, so Ptarmigan? Oh. Ptarmigan. There it is. Easy. If my taskbar would stop popping up, that'd be fantastic.
That's not where that goes.
I know. Yeah, give me it. There we go.
Maybe we can figure out where you're supposed to be.
Heather, I'm trying to help these other crew members. Just hold on 1 second. They need my help. No one else can help them deliver
hey,
tools.
There it is. You're a lifesaver,
I
Diaz.
am a lifesaver.
Well, I don't know about that, but I try.
Okay, now I'll go with the trill. You're blocking the hallway here. What are you doing?
Don't let LT catch you blocking the corridors like this.
Busy engineer?
We'll clear it up once we finish the delicate work.
I don't think you're very
Looking
busy
out, though.
right now. Yeah, where are we going now? Resurgence looks pretty good. Like overall, head and shoulders above other Telltale games. But there are some things that could be kind of patched up, like this this Jeffries tube acts this way here. But that's okay. That's okay.
Engineering.
I heard the new XO just arrived. Won't be long before we get underway. I just hope whatever Chovak called us down for, it's something good. I can never tell with him. I'd rather not end up degaussing plasma manifolds.
Relax.
You and me working together, we can tackle anything he throws at us.
Your optimism is positively contagious. Looks like we got here before.
Lieutenant Commander Chovak.
We were just looking for you, Commander.
I love the warp core on
Petty
this ship.
Officers Ed Solar,
The X shape.
Diaz. I was beginning to think
He
you
said my
would be
name
late.
with such disdain.
We are all hands on deck right now, which means if you are not at your post at the appointed time, I do not have someone to replace you. A point I have been forced to make to Petty Officer
I'm
Ed
sorry.
Solar on repeated
Get off my back, will
occasions.
you?
Apologies for the delay, Commander.
I do not want your apologies. Simply see to it that it does not happen again.
So, I don't suppose...
Wait, I impressed Chovak? Oh, because I was respectful. Almost late. Okay, he needs to just kind of relax.
You wanted us down here to check in before we go off duty?
Equip yourselves in EV suits to work on the exterior of the hull. I need you to tune the structural integrity field for optimal performance. The subspace distortions and ionic interference we are experiencing are preventing the proper calibration. But this ship must be ready to depart shortly, despite the storm. The precise nature of these disturbances are not fully understood.
Whatever it throws at us, we'll be ready. We've got the best chief engineer in the fleet.
Chovak needs to blow off some steam in the
I am a
holodeck.
Vulcan, Mr. Diaz.
Just relax a little bit.
Flattery is not necessary. All that I require is that you do your job. Right now, that entails critical preparations, because long-range sensors show that these disturbances will be more severe at our destination, the Hotari system. You have your orders. Do not delay.
Yes,
Roger
Commander
that.
Chovak. All hands on deck.
What's that?
All hands on deck. That's what Chovak said. You know what that means? It means this ship isn't ready to go out and the brass know it. So they're throwing every warm body at it. And they're going to leave on schedule.
You won't get an argument from me, Nelly. Sure seems
Well,
like
did I
everyone's
wait
still
until
scrambling.
after I got out of
And
the
I get
turbolift
it.
to tell her that?
When has a relaunch ever gone off without a hitch? But this isn't just any old refit or any old relaunch.
Oh, whoa. Excuse me.
A lot of new faces coming on board.
Greer, how's it going?
It's gotta be
Sit
tough
back, enjoy
coming
the
as
show.
a replacement. That's for sure.
They seem all right. Something that happened 6 months ago.
I love how
while they
those
were off on
EV suits
another
look
ship.
just like out of First Contact.
That's nothing to hold against them.
Yeah, you're right. I guess getting a little new blood on board doesn't hurt. hold on. Now there's an old face I didn't expect to see again. Hey, Miranda.
You weren't gonna leave without me, were you?
Hey, Miranda.
Miranda, you're here?
We thought you were
Awkward
staying on
group
the
hug.
Adirondack.
Transfer came in at the last minute, so I figured I'd slum it on this bucket of bolts. Looks like you got her back together pretty nicely.
Don't insult my ship.
I wasn't sure what to expect.
Don't talk badly about one of the best ships in all of Starfleet.
We've rebuilt enough of her by now. She better be one of the best.
We'll see about that. But I am glad to be here. He still owes me a bottle of Saurian.
What did I impress her? What did I do? Oh, she felt some chemistry with me. Cool, cool, cool. All right.
Brandy. Don't think I forgot.
Oh yeah, it's coming back to me now.
Maybe Carter can rustle up that bottle and we can give you a proper welcome. As soon as we wrap up this quick little spacewalk.
Here, let me help you.
Thanks.
So what's the word? Are you back in the security rotation?
Yep. Still running with the usual suspects.
Whoa.
Good to go. See you on the other side.
Activating magnetic souls. Never gets old.
Let's go.
That look was pretty creepy, wasn't it, Sam? I think she has ulterior motives. This shot here is already far and away more than what previous Telltale games would do. You never saw such an expansive shot like this, so this is pretty cool.
Captain Solano should be here momentarily. You'll have to forgive me, I don't know much about Kobleods. But my understanding is you need a steady supply of duridium to keep your cell structure stabilized.
Thank you for the exposition.
Before bad things start to happen. And we have plenty of duridium in sickbay, so there's no risk of running out.
Thank you.
Feel free to make yourself at home. And help yourself to whatever you like from the replicator.
Just use the captain's replicator. Go grab something to eat. He said you can eat. Where's the replicator? Right here. Oh. What can I get? Ah.
Just a sip of something.
I've been watching a lot of DS9 recently, so let's do some Rectagino.
Rectagino.
Nice. Hey, I'm using a glass right now that has like the same insignia on it. Oh, you just took one sip. Come on.
Jara Ryder. Last time I saw you, it was graduation from the academy. You'd already secured one of the most prestigious assignments possible. And you were earning
Why is he out of focus?
to fuel 7 trips around the Necrid Expanse.
It's good to see you again, Captain.
I could not be happier to have you
There
on
we
the
go.
Resolute. The only regret is we couldn't provide you with a warmer welcome. The arrival of a first officer to her new ship deserves a bit of fanfare. But, unfortunately, we've had our hands full with the refit.
You
I know,
can spare
Sam.
me
I
the
love
pomp and
Ratchagino too.
circumstance.
I wish they
There's
made
plenty of work to be
Ratchagino
done
in
without
real
all
life.
that.
You always had a work ethic like nothing I'd
They
ever
must.
seen.
Someone must have
That's just what the ship
trademarked that
needs at
name.
the moment. As I'm sure you've heard, we've had a rough go of it these last 6 months. The ship suffered some damage, but not nearly as much as the crew.
You mean the accident?
I assume you mean the accident.
That's right. The tragic accident, really. We were on the verge of a major scientific breakthrough. A quantum leap forward in warp core technology.
Whoa.
10,000
10,000
teradynes
teradynes per second?
The ability to travel
That's
at a
crazy.
sustained rate of speed longer and faster than we ever dreamed. What would have been the crowning achievement of my career? Right there. within our
Whoa,
grasp.
someone's an egotist.
Until it all went so horribly wrong. We pushed her too hard, and a warp core malfunction overloaded the system, creating a pressure gradient way beyond what the ship can handle. It was heartbreaking. We lost some of our best people. As captain, I have to take full responsibility. It was my decision to make, and I have to live
like the
with
music here.
consequences.
You have to look to the future. You can't dwell on the past, on things you can't change.
There's nothing that can be done about it now. In my defense, I will say I might have avoided the whole ordeal if my senior staff had
Ooh,
been willing to
shifting the
trust me.
blame, huh?
There was a lot of pushback from my former XO. I think that cost me his confidence. I don't want you to pull any punches. Certainly not on my account. But once we decide on a course of action, I need everyone to fully commit to the mission. Anything short of that just won't work. And that's when things start to go sideways.
Captain does make the final decision.
This is your ship, and you are the captain. So as far as I'm concerned, whatever you say, goes.
That's the kind
Why
of
is he out of
support
focus again? What?
I'm- Look, I'll be blunt. We can't afford another mistake. Or at least I can't. I feel like my career is hanging in the balance here.
Again, egotist, man.
We need a win. Something to restore the crew's confidence.
I understand.
On a more positive note, Starfleet has tasked us with what they're calling a mission of the highest priority. Escorting a senior diplomat to Hotari space.
I'll give you one guess who the
Peaceful and
senior
otherwise
diplomat is.
non-aggressive civilizations now find themselves on the brink of all-out war.
So it's a peacekeeping mission.
I see it as a golden opportunity to not only prove what the Resolute and her crew are truly capable of, but also a mission for which we're uniquely qualified. This ionic storm. Our long-range sensors suggest it's several orders of magnitude stronger than anything on record. A total anomaly like nothing we've seen before. And you'll never guess where it leads.
Hatari.
Oh man,
Exactly.
Hatari.
Very nearly in the precise location where we're headed. Where I imagine the interference will be exponentially greater.
But are we prepared to embark on the mission?
As much as I'd like to think that's true, I have my doubts. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. I expect we'll have some rough sledding when we arrive, so I need you to prepare the crew for the worst. There's just one more thing I want to clarify up front.
The best thing about this game is how it
Metric that
really
for me
nails
will be
the
ultimate measure of your success.
TNG era aesthetic.
What is it?
It's awesome.
If after serving
Uniforms,
as my first officer,
interfaces,
you don't one
ships,
day
everything,
find
it's
yourself
awesome.
with a ship of your own,
Good job, Dramatic
I
Labs.
will consider it my personal failure. When that might happen is entirely up to you. But it goes without saying, you have my full support.
Hopefully that day comes sooner rather than later.
Pace yourself. Like I said, when it happens is entirely up to you. But first, you have to be willing to put in the work.
Of course.
Come, let me introduce you to the crew.
Was I lukewarm to him? Is that why? He was confused by my combination of both pragmatism yet obvious ambition. I confused the captain. I don't think I was confusing. You can be pragmatic yet ambitious. What else is in this? He's got a globe over here. And a statue of something. Looks classical, but I don't know what it is. What's over here? His diploma. Why is that out of focus? The closer I get to it, the more out of focus it is. I'm assuming that's his. Yeah, it says Zachary Solano. What's this? He's got a model train here. Some shells. Alright, so he's got some good decorations here. His desk is nice and clean. Not too cluttered. Let me get my taskbar out of the way here first of all. There we go. Alright, now I can follow the captain. Ah, the bridge. Finally. What a great bridge design. I love the wooden arches on the consoles, just like the Enterprise.
Commander Jara Rydak,
D.
our new first officer. Some quick introductions. This is Lieutenant Handar, our helmsman, one of the best in the business.
Of course he is.
Well, what he lacks in humility, he more than makes up for in ability.
A pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Likewise.
Next, we have Commander Westbrook, our chief science officer. I've come to rely
All right,
on
chat.
his
So
expert counsel
let's
on
do our
regular
first
basis.
giveaway.
Pleasure.
We're on the bridge of the Resolute right now.
Commander Rydak.
List your favorite starship bridge,
This is our
and we'll pick a
tactical
winner at
officer,
random.
Lieutenant Bedrosian, who's been looking forward to meeting you for about as long as I
List
can
your
remember.
favorite Star
I've
Trek
been
starship
following your career
bridge.
for quite some time. And I
Sam,
look
that would
forward
be
to
the
learning
first
as much as I
officer's
can
chair,
from you.
which is right next to the captain's.
That's very kind of you to say. I'm happy to be here.
Well, I have to admit, one of the reasons I've followed your career is because you're part Kobliad, because of what you've overcome. Starfleet stands up for people who can't defend themselves, and you were one of those people once.
Oh my god.
But since then, you've done so much to protect others who need it. I really...
Sam, sorry, I did say starship bridge, so
you've been something of
you're
an inspiration to me.
disqualified.
Not that I've done anything close to what you've done.
I don't know what to say. That's incredibly flattering, thank you.
I hope someday I can follow in your footsteps.
I'm sure you will.
And then, of course, you've already met Commander Ermont. Please do everything you can to make Commander Rydak feel at home.
Alright,
here.
Sam, so you said Enterprise,
I'll
and
be at Starbase.
you didn't
Have
put
a brief
any
meeting with the
A,
Starbase
B, C, or
commander
D,
to
or
get our
E, or
authorization
F,
to
or
get
G on
underway.
it, so I'm assuming you mean the
If Rydak
original
defeated
Enterprise,
longer,
which is
we
a
won't
perfectly
make our
reasonable
rendezvous.
answer. We'll take it. We'll take it.
The bridge is yours.
The bridge is mine. Sweet. Sit in the chair when ready. Hold on, I want to see what else is around here. Hey, it's Ermont.
Operations. Staffing. Supplies. There's a lot to keep track of on a starship. Good thing we have Commander Ermont.
Yes, it is a good thing we have Commander Ermont. What's going on over here?
Communications. Keeps us in contact internally and with other vessels.
Who doesn't love a good Master Systems display?
So many decks. Full of crew that are now my responsibility.
What else around here? Can I talk to these folks? No? Oh, yeah.
The helm. The Resolute is a refitted Centaur class, meaning it's capable of quick maneuvers. Can't wait to see what she can do.
Michael, welcome. Voyager is an excellent choice. Excellent choice. I need to take the chair here now.
Commander, Chief Engineer Chovak needs to lower the structural integrity field. He's sent a crew
He
out
needs to lower
recalibrate
the
emitters
structural
in response
integrity
to the
field.
danger posed by the
That seems
storm.
dangerous.
We just need your go-ahead.
What if I don't want to grant permission? I don't want to lower the ship's structural integrity field. I don't think I have a choice, though. Alright, Ermot, fine.
Granted.
Lowering
Permission
structural
granted.
integrity field now.
Entering maintenance mode.
It's dangerous. I don't know.
Condition blue.
The storm is getting worse.
Looks like they turned off the SIF.
Great. Let's get to that emitter.
Ooh, what a great shot of the nacelle.
Every time we're out here, I half expect to see her in pieces again.
She's still got some scars on her. It adds character.
When I joined Starfleet, all I wanted was a ride out of town.
It's a good shot of the
But
starbase,
this
too.
is exactly how I pictured it.
On the outside of the ship?
No. Sometimes it feels like we're just part of machinery.
Getting major first contact
more than
vibes
that?
here. Walking on the
I mean,
underside of the hull.
Starfleet is noble and all, but it's still a machine. A massive, massive machine.
Heather, the DS9
Yeah.
bridge. That's a good choice, too.
Starfleet's in
While technically not a starship,
we just have to
we'll
walk
give you a
through it.
pass on that one. I like the DS9
I wanted
bridge,
to get
too.
away. I enlisted because I didn't want to wait years just to get out and see the galaxy. I wanted to go somewhere, see new worlds, look up at a sky no one's ever seen before. Just because I'm cranking a hyperspanner up in a Jeffries tube today doesn't mean that's all I'll ever be.
Good for you, Carter.
Diaz to Commander Chovak. We are at the SIF emitter.
Acknowledged. You may proceed with the recalibration.
Beginning recalibration.
The props are straight out of 90s Star Trek, too. I love it. Whoa. 2 nodes. Ah. What? Come on. Get to the middle. Get up there. Ah, come on. Oh, almost. Ah. Oh, come on. Why is this so hard? Whoa. Okay, let's now... Now, it was leaning to the bottom, so let's... There we go. Got it. Oh, come on. It's right there. It's right there. Come on. Get in there. There we go. Perfect.
Looks good. That wasn't so hard.
Sam, the Enterprise D bridge. Classic. Can't go wrong with the D.
Commander Westbrook, right? Chief Science Officer.
You remembered my name and my rank. Impressive. Yes, I'm the Chief Science Officer, and I have the dubious honor of being the most senior officer on this bridge. I know this ship inside and out. Better than just about anyone.
Wow, you do think highly of yourself, don't you?
You seem to think very highly of yourself.
with good reason. I'm curious, though. A Kobliad, or half in your case, is an odd choice for first officer, given your vulnerable condition
rude.
and all. But if, as an example, we found ourselves in a hostile situation, and you were suddenly incapacitated...
Heather,
because
you
needed
try
an
aligning the
infusion,
structural integrity
what
field
happened then?
and see how hard it is. It's not easy. You have to click the mouse button and everything.
You'd leave Captain Solano without an XO. Granted, that would be a worst-case scenario, but not outside the realm of possibility.
Captain Solano's familiar with my condition. I'm sure it factored into his decision. So I'd have to say it's not a problem.
But we should probably have a contingency plan just in case. Listen, can I be blunt, Commander?
I see no reason to stop now.
Commander Sutherland, your predecessor, was one of the best first officers in all of Starfleet. His record was impeccable and his reputation was without equal. I mean no disrespect, but the shoes you're stepping into are almost impossible to fill. He was loved by the crew. And he was one of my closest
do you
friends.
have a problem with me?
Mr. Westbrook, if you have some kind of problem with me, and you just met me so it has nothing to do with me, you're gonna have to figure out how to get over it.
Good for her.
Because I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. I'll stick to science. That is what this ship is for.
Very well.
Seeing as Captain Solano is on the starbase...
Oh, he didn't like that. He was put off by my smug and confrontational attitude. Well, he was kind of smug himself. He was also kind of confrontational, so
Let me
I'll
give
have
you
to
an
try to
update
work on
this
him.
ion storm we're flying into. It's unusual, unlike anything I've ever seen. At the moment, I can't tell you if the Resolute will shrug it off or if we're putting ourselves at risk. However, if we learn more about its patterns, its nature, we can come up with a scientific countermeasure. Just a moment.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Something's going down.
We've got a massive energy wave inbound.
On screen.
Tracing its trajectory.
Starbase docking clamps are holding.
The storm's emissions are fluctuating, coming in waves. And if my projections are right, we're about to get hit by a wideband burst of ionic energy.
Oh no.
Like a tsunami.
I'm reading power abnormalities.
Wait, what happens if I don't issue red alert?
2 minutes.
Let's see. Will I fail the game? I don't think so. No, the game just stops. I have to do it.
Red alert.
Aye.
Steven, welcome to the chat. The minute I can do evasive maneuvers, I will do it.
Main gangway and retracting.
Putting sensor visualization on
I don't know if I
screen.
can though, because I'm moored to the
Structural integrity
starbase.
field shut down. We can't take a direct hit.
Time to impact. 1 minute.
Shield systems are severely impacted. We have limited protection.
I need every available solution. What are our options?
We can weaken the impact of the storm with a deflector pulse.
Alright, when I played this for review, I did do
There's
the
a better
deflector
way.
pulse.
Sending all
So I'm
auxiliary
going to do
power
the
to
other
deflector dish.
Send
option.
the aux power to the shields. We can't reactivate the entire shield bubble, but it's a directional threat. So we can orient all we have towards the wave. You have to believe me.
We only get one shot at this. We can't afford to get it wrong.
I'll do shields up.
That's right, which is why we need to send power to our shields.
Bedrosian, get those shields up.
Oh, Westbrook didn't like that. He was disappointed I chose not to heed his recommendation. Well, he can get over it, because I went with Lieutenant Bedrosian's suggestion, and she was thrilled.
Putting power to shields. Stand by. I need a heading. We've only got one shot.
Understood.
Oh, was there a
On my
joystick?
command.
No. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. Forward shields.
Heading locked.
Raise shields.
This is it.
All hands, brace for impact.
Even the guys on the hull. Oh, that guy just got knocked around. Transport didn't like
experienced
that.
a surge of radiation.
Oh, you don't say.
This radiation supercharged the plasma, forcing it to backflush through the system and creating a dangerous imbalance.
Blow out every primary system on the ship.
Just tell us where you need us.
I need you to traverse the hull to the access port to recalibrate the port nacelle plasma regulator.
I can do that. That's what I've trained my entire life to
We've
do.
reached the first access point.
Understood. Do you see the override for the level 1 failsafe circuits?
Yeah, I do.
Affirmative.
Engage the override. It should allow us to stop the EPS flow to the warp engine without triggering an automatic core shutdown.
Failsafe override engaged.
Are you sure? I am registering some crosstalk in the bypass circuit.
We need to route the signals so they don't interfere with each other.
This all can't be done from inside the ship.
Diaz to Resolute. The failsafes are temporarily disabled. Moving on to the EPS regulator.
Heads up, Carter.
What is that?
Whoa.
One of the discharges coalesced.
It's coming right toward us.
Hey, is
I'm
that
gonna try to
Zero
disrupt
from
it with my phaser.
Prodigy? Oh yeah, I'm just gonna shoot it. Let's try. Wait, can I? Ooh, can I shoot the Excelsior class instead? Oh god, I shot her. Whoops. No. Oh, it's actually... It is reaching the starbase. Interesting. Well, I should probably shoot this thing instead.
So we gotta climb up the pylon. Not that there's really an up, but... you know.
Oh, they're coming for me. Why can I only... I can barely walk. I'm just taking my sweet time. Oh my god. Oh no, I lost a third of my health.
Are you alright?
Yeah. Took most of it. Snuck up on it.
Net
Maybe
damage
if
to
I can
two.
go faster,
Energy damage
this wouldn't be
down
such a problem.
60%. We're almost to the regulator.
Those energy surges have nothing on me.
We're at the regulator. Opening the access panel.
I am now halting the EPS flow to the port nacelle. We have little time before it causes an overload in the engine.
Oh no, what happened? Oh no, did the game crash? Oh, I think the game crashed. Let's get that going again. Sorry, folks. We'll be up and running in just a hot second. How much progress did I lose? Oh no.
Heads up, Carter.
Oh, I just gotta shoot him again. Okay, cool.
One of the discharges coalesced.
It's coming right toward us. I'm gonna try to disrupt it with my phaser.
Alright, let's try this again. This time I won't shoot the Starfleet ship right at the starbase.
So we gotta climb up the pylon. Not that there's really an up, but... you know.
Oh my god. I'm gonna pick a giveaway winner right after I get these energy pulses off my back. This game's motion blur is aggressive. Look at that. Whoa. Oh my god. Oh man.
Are you alright?
Yeah. So took most of it. Just snuck up on me.
That damaged your suit. Energy damage is down to 60%.
Ooh, a Miranda class. I can't quite make out the name though.
We're at the regulator. Opening the access panel.
I am now halting the EPS flow to the port nacelle. We have little time before it causes an overload in the engine. You must work efficiently.
I will work efficiently, just get off my back about it. Steven, you want a code for this game? On the Epic Game Store? It's yours if you want it. You're the winner of our first giveaway. Let us know if you want it in the chat.
EPS manifold adjusters reset to neutral.
Oh, I gotta do these things. The thing that, like, what Hawk was doing in First Contact when he was killed.
The EPS lines to the port warp engine are back in balance. Almost done. Once I cycle the manifold nozzles, choke up.
Uh-oh. Ooh, that's gonna leave a scratch on the hull. Yeah, Steven, we'll get you a code. It's for the Epic Game Store. Ooh, that's coming right for the captain, isn't it? Oh.
Diaz to bridge. We just lost the docking clamp. We've got a lot of debris coming down. Hull vibrations too. We can't finish
Oh no,
the
we have
EPS
hull
regulation
vibrations.
in these conditions. Please advise.
We have to release the ship from that other docking clamp or the hull will be ripped apart.
There's a problem. The clamps are supposed to disengage automatically in an emergency, but it's not working.
Not working. What are our options?
The docking clamps are fitted with exploding bolts for an emergency release.
We've got crew out there. That'd be like setting off a bomb next to them.
Maybe there's another way.
Starbase is hailing us.
Put them through.
Resolute, the remaining mooring arm is failing. You need to disengage from the starbase now. The damage to the station will be catastrophic.
The docking clamp isn't functioning. We're exploring our
The
options.
option is to detonate the emergency release.
Commander, hear me out.
Hey, everybody liked that. Let's see. Bedrosian, she appreciated my leadership skills. That's always nice. Westbrook, he was impressed by my leadership skills. And then Irma was also impressed. Cool.
Reverse the polarity of the hull, which theoretically will repel.
Okay,
the
so when I
docking
first did
clamps.
this for review, I reversed the polarity of the hull. I want to see what happens when we blow the moorings.
Go ahead. Captain, we have a situation.
Commander, what are you doing? Blow the bolts on the docking clamp.
The captain doesn't know the whole story.
I'm giving you an order.
Don't slam your fist at me.
Jara?
Trust me.
Captain, you brought me here because you trusted me. Can you trust me now?
You better be sure you make the right decision.
Okay, sir.
The captain made himself quite clear.
They're gonna get hammered with debris out there.
It's fine. It's only
Reverse
two
the
people.
polarity.
Sorry, Westbrook.
There
No, I'm gonna
is
blow the bolts.
protocol.
And there are lives. We're going to blow the bolts. Starbase,
Whoa!
stand by.
Everybody liked that. So, Irmad here appreciated my efforts to explain the complexity of the situation to the captain, and he respected my confidence. That's cool. And what about Westbrook? Ultimately, he was dismayed. But it said if he was in green, he liked my choice. And then Bedrosian was also disappointed. But she was also green too. Well,
We'll warn our crew to take cover.
Get it done, Rydek.
he'll be fine. Trust me, he'll be fine.
Repair crew, this is Acting Captain Jara Rydek. Be advised, you have more micro debris incoming. Find cover.
Cover? Nilly, get under the access panel. It's armored with duranium.
But what about you?
I have my own
Harder.
panel.
Maybe we can both fit behind this.
No, we won't both
There's no
fit
way.
behind it.
They've blown the other docking clamp. Hurry!
Uh-oh. Oh, thanks.
Plasma imbalance is reaching critical condition. We are moments from primary system failure.
I got it.
Don't just discard your cover. Come on, guy. Steven, you think they teach this at the academy? They should. What to do, like, you know, when you're stranded on the hull and you got stuff raining down on you? Seems like a good survival scenario. What? 2 W's? What? Okay. It worked. See, everything's fine. Oh my god. Oh my god, she's dead. She has to be. There's no way.
I got you. Petty Officer Edselar's hurt and unconscious.
Yeah, she is. She just got like
I'm gonna have to tow
a
her
ton
back
of
to the
metal
airlock.
to her head.
Mr. Diaz, the situation has changed. You are at risk of triggering a substantial electromagnetic arc if you approach the main hull the way you came.
But Commander, the way we came is the nearest airlock.
There is an auxiliary hatch near you on the far end of the pylon. You must bring Miss Edselar there to access the interior.
Roger that. Going there now.
What a great shot of the station. That's pretty. Wow. I'm gonna go right into the warp base cell. She is not conscious. No way. No way. She got slammed in the head. She should be dead. And she's perfectly fine. No way. Jeez.
You go first.
What?
Let me save your neck this time.
Alright, so the first time I did this, I think she went
Try to
first.
fight me on this.
So
Get
I'm
in
gonna
there.
go first this time.
You better be right behind me.
Ah. Right, man, she gets whacked on the head and then she gets attacked by energy. She didn't okay, yeah, she didn't like that. Let's see what she thought about it. She was annoyed after, oh, I put my own safety ahead of her own. Didn't she offer to go last? Steven, that's way more than a concussion. She got whacked.
We're in.
But she seems to be fine. Good for her.
They're safe. Bringing the SIF fully online.
Do it.
I don't know, if my ship's structural integrity field was down for that entire event, I probably sustained a lot of damage from that debris. I don't know. I'm not an engineer.
Carter!
I'm okay. I'm okay. But that's a lot.
Here, let me help you.
Yeah, beam her directly to sickbay, for crying out loud. Oh man, she looks awful. Oh my god, where's her face? Interesting, so the first time I did this,
We've got one wounded at
I
my
went
location.
last and I got the
Really?
scar. And now she has the scar. Huh. Cool.
We'll see you at sickbay.
Just beam her there.
Status report.
The repair crew made it inside.
Ah,
EPS flow is
barely.
back to nominal levels. The SIF is back up.
How does this affect mission readiness, Mr. Ermot?
The Resolute suffered damage from the exploding bolts, but we've successfully moored to the station. The ship is secure. Our systems are coming back online, but we have a fair amount of repairs before we're ready to go.
Put a halt on the roll-off of Starbase engineering staff. We have a schedule to keep.
Yeah, Brian, that is a nice
Send
touch
updates to my ready
with the
room.
TNG font
Commander
there,
Ryder,
just like lower
for me.
decks. It's great.
What a debacle. I was caught with my pants down. Not even on my
Yeah,
own
where
ship
were
when
you,
the wave
Captain?
hit. I had to go running out of the Starbase commander's office just to...
Just a what? Better be a good reason.
But you followed my order. I appreciate that. Hell, I'm relieved.
Is Resurgence the
The crew
first game to
executed
do
your
the
orders.
chapter title
We've done so
and
without me
styling?
there.
I think
I'm
so.
sure of it.
I don't know of another one.
That's a generous assessment. I'm not sure to whom.
Star Trek Online, I think, does something like
You
that.
see my problem, don't you?
Oh wait, he liked what I said to him? Yeah. I demonstrated leadership, honesty, and integrity. I sure did.
They were all against me on that bridge. They were ready to go against my orders. I'm not blind to it.
I think you're wrong about that. You still have the respect of the crew, and we have bigger things to deal with. We have a high priority mission ahead of us and a lot to do to get ready.
He looks like Gordon.
We're gonna
Yeah.
have a pretty big
He also looks
problem
like
if I
Sully
can't
from
count on the
Uncharted.
bridge staff. To say nothing of the rank and file. Oh. Drink?
Yeah, but only if you have an IPA. No thanks.
No. Thank you.
Your predecessor, Commander Sutherland, is missed.
Again,
But for all
read the comic to see what
adoration
happens to
of the crew,
Sutherland.
including the senior staff. I just couldn't rely on him. He would question, undermine me in front of the crew. I sometimes think they still hear his voice. That sort of thing.
This is a different conversation than I had the first time with him.
And you can't argue with a ghost.
I'm not Commander Sutherland. I'm not saying we won't have our disagreements. In fact, I'm sure we will. But I'm also sure they will be
Steven,
different
John
disagreements
Wick,
than you
is
had
it
in
worth
the past.
watching? I've never seen it. I've
Perhaps
heard
that
good
change
things.
will be enough. Now, this won't be easy. But I'm glad to have you here with me.
I'm glad to be here too.
Captain.
And despite it all, we got our final Starfleet clearance to depart. So if you'll fetch Mr. Ermot, we'll knock out the final details of any outstanding repairs, and then we'll set out for Hotari.
Yes, sir.
Ready or not, here we go.
Ooh, I love me an Excelsior. Oh, that's a Steam Runner too. Nice. Steam Runners don't get the love they should. Okay, Steven, sounds good. I'll have to do
All
that.
departments reporting full mission readiness. We've got our full complement on board.
This is my favorite moment, right now.
The start of a new mission is always full of possibility.
The Orion Syndicate could sell it as a drug.
I'm
Don't let
sure
the
the
Admiral hear
Orion
you say
Syndicate
that.
has something like that they sell.
Captain on the bridge.
Sit. Sit, everyone. You all know, I'm not big on speeches. We're embarking on the first mission since our refit. Let's make it a good one. Disengage docking clamps.
Did we just blow one of those?
Docking clamps released.
Hey, that's a Bajoran at
ahead,
our
Mr. Handar.
at our helm station. I'm so glad the Centaur class is getting the love it deserves. After seeing it like once in DS9.
That should do it. Set a course for the Hotari system. Prepare
Sweet.
to go to Warp 8.
Aye, Captain.
You know what? You take this one.
Me?
Alright, I chose make way the first time, so I'm going to do just do it.
Helm.
Do it.
Do it.
The camera's like, way to go.
Nicely done.
Thank you, Captain. What if I want to stand? I guess I have to sit.
Easy. Thank you. I'm fine. Really,
You don't look so good.
I need my injection. How is there no, like, warning before now that I need more Duridium?
I have to get to sickbay.
Go.
Commander, help me get her inside.
Steven, have you played any other, have you played any Telltale games? Or what was formerly Telltale?
Well, that was quite a scare. A few minutes more and it would have been one of the shortest tenures on record for a first officer.
Yeah, and again, why didn't I
Is
get
that
like a warning
the engineer
from
that was
my
out in the
ring?
hole?
That storm did a real number on her, but she'll live. Just needs rest. You should worry about yourself. Your Duridium levels got dangerously low and destabilized your cell structure.
This is definitely one of the more memorable first days I can think of.
My name is Dr. Aram Duval, Chief Medical Officer.
Hello.
To be honest, I've never met a Kobliad before. You're
rare. I know.
I was going to say special. Your people's numbers have dwindled, despite the Federation's efforts to find a more readily available alternative to the Duridium you need to survive. Yet you joined Starfleet and managed to thrive. I imagine the responsibility must be overwhelming.
Okay, so you probably didn't then.
Maybe even a burden at times.
No, it's an honor to be a Kobliad.
It does make me unique, but it's not a burden at all. I'm honored to be Kobliad, to represent my people.
As you should.
I played STO
And don't
basically
worry,
every
I won't treat
day
you
for
like a
like,
science experiment.
let's see, I probably
I just
started
do
in
science and
2011 or so, and
You
probably
don't
stopped in
agree with his methods?
I don't agree with his
2015 or
definition of
14.
acceptable risks.
So I played it quite a bit.
Not when the lives of
I'm
your
sure it's
crew are at
changed
stake.
a lot since I
My
played.
professional opinion is that the accident took a toll. More than he's willing to admit. He's overstressed, operating in the pressure cooker of his own mind. Which is never a good headspace when the lives of your crew are at stake. What concerns me is that now he's even further away from the thing he's been chasing his entire career. Breakthrough discovery. The major innovation. Something he can put his name on.
Hopefully he's learned his lesson.
I think after what happened, Captain Solano's learned his lesson. And whatever ambition he once had is on hold for a while.
He may say that, but we'll see what happens. I have to admit, I was concerned when I heard what happened on the bridge. You just followed Solano's orders despite having better options in front of you.
Huh. I guess word travels fast around here.
It's a small ship, and everyone's curious about the new XO. Fortunately, your cell structure's almost completely stabilized. And I'll spare us both the lecture, but I do feel it's my responsibility to remind you, without regular infusions of Duridium, you will not live. It's as simple as that.
I wish we saw more
Understood.
carrier ships in
And
Star Trek.
my work here is done.
I know it's a big part of STO, but I would love to have seen something like that in like DS9 during the
Lieutenant
Dominion War or
Bedrosian.
something.
I came to
Oh
see
hey,
if you were okay.
out of focus, Lieutenant.
We were all pretty worried on the bridge. No one knew what was happening.
I don't want anyone to worry. This is just part of who I am. It doesn't define me.
Of course. I completely understand. And I would probably feel the same way if I were you. You trusted
She is
me
out of focus,
earlier
right? That's
with
not
the
just me
shields,
not wearing my glasses.
And I appreciated that. I want you to know that I have your back.
Thank you.
It's nice to have a friend.
Complete the diagnostic sequence, and this shuttle will be cleared for service.
Yes, sir.
Storm in the Hotari region will interfere with our transporters, so we need all available shuttlecraft in working order.
Excuse me, Commander Chobak.
Petty Officer Maris,
Watch where you're going.
I will leave you to your work.
Hey Maris, how's it going?
I stopped by sick bay and saw Millie. I figured you'd want to know.
This is completely different from my first playthrough because like I said, I got the scar the first time.
Did she say anything about... Is she mad at me for wanting to hatch first?
She had some choice words. I tried to smooth things over, but I think you're gonna have to make things right with her yourself. Dr. Duval said she'll be back on duty soon, though.
Come on. I have to run the final diagnostic.
The Melville.
I can't
Who
stay
do we
long.
think that references?
I've got a long to-do list before we get to Hotari, and things are piling on faster than I can check them off. We're making all our last-minute checks in security, too. Tactical and security are short-staffed.
Well, nothing's ever 100%. But we'll be good to go.
And if you wait until you are ready, it's probably too late. Which is why I didn't want to wait for just the right time. I had a chance to think about this while I was away.
Ooh, what you gonna say?
Then you and Millie almost got killed out on the hull. And I thought it was important that I just come
Oh
out and tell
boy.
you.
Tell me what.
Instead
like
of
me, don't you?
tiptoeing around it. Or worse.
Miranda, is everything all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Maybe even better than fine. What I'm trying to say is, we've been really good friends for a
She
long
is
time.
smitten with me.
But I got back here and I couldn't ignore it anymore. I want to see if there's more between us than just being friends.
I did say I feel the same way the first time, so this is surprising.
Kind of unexpected.
I didn't expect this either. But here we are. And I didn't want to ignore it. I just figured I'd steer right into it. Well,
Can I just
what do you
can I
think?
just say no?
I've been about as direct as I can stomach.
Ooh, I can. Interesting.
You can do that too.
I would rather
Be
stay
direct.
friends with you, Marissa.
I think we should keep things the way they are. You're one of my best friends, and you mean so much to me, and I don't want to risk losing that. I really don't.
She gonna take it well?
I understand.
Okay, let's see. Let's see how she felt about that. She was disappointed, but hopes they can forget this incident, move forward. Yeah, okay. That's the best we can hope for, right?
I just don't want this to be weird now. Nilly saw it coming. She said it might make things uncomfortable if I said something. And that's the last thing I want.
We're friends.
You're important to me. If that wasn't obvious.
We're always going to be friends, Miranda. No matter what. Like those three musketeers.
Musketeers.
Yeah, I was gonna say musketeers.
See, you even know the stuff I don't.
And
what
there
did
were
you say?
actually 4 of them.
Musketeers?
What would I do without you?
Level 1 diagnostic complete.
I don't suppose we can forget this conversation happened.
No, we
Just don't
shouldn't
make
forget
too many
about
jokes
it.
about it, okay?
Bye. Nice.
Approaching the rendezvous point outside Atari space.
Helm, bring us out of warp.
Dropping to impulse.
Whoa.
Ionic interference surging, Captain.
I like how there's a shuttle bay on the
We can take
top
it.
of the
We
saucer.
are at the correct coordinates to meet the shuttle.
Commander Rydek, find us our diplomat, if you will.
Aye, Captain. Let's reduce the noise. Filter out
Steven,
environmental
there is no
signals.
cure for the
I can
friend
manually tune
zone.
what's left for Federation signal types.
Sorry to say. Let me just jerk my mouse back and forth to... Am I doing this right? What am I doing? I'm doing what it's telling me to do. What? Am I... Oh, I have to do it like consistently. Oh man. Okay. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay. That was an ordeal.
I've located the shuttle.
Opening comms.
On screen.
Shuttle to Resolute. Shuttle to Resolute. Debris field. Lost maneuvering.
Hey, from the Excelsior. Sweet.
I can't get it any clearer.
It won't get a transporter lock. It's just not happening.
Power up the tractor beam. We'll pull them directly into the docking bay.
Diaz, you good to run the tractor emitter?
Yes, I'm always
sir.
up for operating the tractor emitter.
Come on, Diaz.
Was that shuttle's name the Grayson?
First thing, lock onto the shuttle and stabilize the rotation.
I think I know why. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. Okay, so lock onto the shuttlecraft and do this thing again. Okay, that wasn't so bad.
We're pulling in debris.
I'm on it.
Sorry, Steven, that reference is lost on me.
That's gonna take out the shuttle. There's the bridge. There's a large piece of debris headed for the shuttle. The tractor beam can't handle it.
Can our shields take it?
I believe
Yes,
so.
our shields can take it.
Commander Ryder,
If
plot an intercept course.
On it.
it's just an asteroid. I mean, they survived a starship hit in Picard. I think we'll be fine.
Here we go. Maneuvering thrusters bearing 53 Mark 17. 200 meters on an intercept course.
Maneuvering.
Ooh,
Got it.
tough little ship.
Someone's working hard on the bridge.
Yes, applaud me.
We got the shuttlecraft on board.
Good job. We're on our way down to meet them.
Okay, I think we know who's it going to be based on the trailer. Oh, surprise! Wow.
So to speak.
Ambassador Spock.
So the Grayson is the shuttle, the name of the shuttle, and wasn't Amanda Grayson Spock's mother?
Captain will be right down to meet you, sir.
In that case, I will wait for him here.
All right, what do I say to Spock? Steven, you're right. I never saw that, but yeah, it does sound like a Borg. Are you okay?
That was a bumpy ride. Are you all right, sir?
There are some elements of space travel that I would prefer to have left in my youth. But I am, at present, unharmed by the ordeal. It appears I have you to thank for my safe arrival.
Yeah, because my expert
Your
tractor beam
assistance
skills.
arrived not a moment too soon.
My pleasure.
If I may say so.
You're very welcome, sir. I'm glad we could get you here in one piece.
That voice actor for Spock is
Indeed.
pretty great.
We
I
thought
don't
we
know
were
his
prepared
name.
for our arrival in Otari
Oh wait,
space.
Spock liked what I said to him. He was impressed by how I used the tractor beam. Well, yeah, you should be.
But it is evident my craft was not sufficiently robust for such intense ionic activity.
The storm has been pretty intense.
There was an element that was most unusual. Before you came to our aid, our maneuvering thrusters...
Something I wish this game had
engines
was,
were rendered
in previous
So we
Telltale
attempted a
games,
short traversal at warp
it had
speed,
like
only to find
a
that
streamer mode where you can have your audience help
Even
pick
though our
the dialogue
diagnostics
choices.
computer showed
That would be cool to do
false
here.
or
It's not
anomalies.
available for this game, but
What do you make of that?
maybe
All
in the future.
indications say that warp speed is possible, but in practice, we find it is not.
It's probably the storm, man.
Well, this storm is one of the strangest phenomena we've ever encountered. It's disrupted other systems. Who knows what it might do to a warp drive?
Yes, it would seem further investigation is called for.
Take readings, run some additional diagnostic checks, and we'll get to the bottom of this.
Quite logical, Petty Officer...
Carter Diaz. Sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ambassador Spock,
Excuse me.
I'm honored to have you aboard. I'd like to get right to it.
The captain was wise not to give Spock a handshake, because Vulcans don't like being touched, because of their like telepathic abilities. Cool shot, nice.
Ambassador Spock, my senior staff. It's not every day that a captain gets to welcome a Starfleet legend aboard.
You flatter me, Captain Solano.
Did they use some new tech thing for Luke the Mandalorian, Brian?
Focused on our present circumstances.
Actually, that's not surprising.
I didn't mean to suggest you were stuck in the past.
That's neat, though. What a time to be alive.
You're right, Ambassador. Not the most diplomatic choice of words.
Your experience comes from the past, but our present situation calls for it.
True enough.
We were hoping you could fill us in on the details. We got the basics from Starfleet. 2 formerly peaceful neighbors are now on the brink of war.
Indeed, and the tension between them grows fiercer by the hour.
Whoa.
Ilidia and Hotari. Ilidians are the more advanced species. They made first contact with the Hotari over a century ago. This is Tau, the Hotari moon.
Who doesn't love a good briefing room
It's
scene?
rich in dilithium, and for decades, the Hotari and the Ilidians have shared a mining operation there. The Ilidians provide the technological resources, while the Hotari have served as the labor force. The stability of that arrangement was the source of their peace, until recently. The Hotari have suddenly and forcefully seized control of the mining operations, and expelled the Ilidians from their system. That is the official story, as told by the Hotari when they requested Federation mediation. But the details remain scant. Communications between all parties have been limited by the ionic interference.
Yeah, Steven, I mean, man, if you close your eyes and listen to that voice actor, he's doing it. Like an almost perfect impersonation of Leonard Nimoy.
Especially after decades in this arrangement.
I gotta look to see who that is.
The answer to that question may be the key to a new, lasting peace, and one that I hope we can uncover during these negotiations. But it is unlikely the relatively primitive Hotari forces
Trying to see who that is.
chance against the Ilidian fleet if this escalates to open war. Left unchecked, this conflict will result in more bloodshed, which is what we are here to prevent.
And the dilithium trade hangs in the balance.
Clearly the Hotari have been exploited in this relationship.
Maybe we can persuade them peace is the more profitable alternative for everyone. They both profited from the mines. And for the Hotari, something is better than nothing.
We can call it profitable or mutually beneficial, but
Okay, the actor's name is
the Hotari are still being exploited for their own resources.
Piotr Michael.
True peace is not merely the absence of war.
I hope I'm pronouncing that first name correctly.
As such, this conflict will surely come again.
Neither the Ilidians or the Hotari are
Great
members
job,
of the Federation,
Mr. Michael.
so we can't make them do anything.
There is an additional complicating factor I should mention. In the past, the Federation has relied on the Ilidians as a source of dilithium.
That certainly changes things.
Federation sources its dilithium from a lot of places.
Yeah, and this is one of them.
That means the Hotari have no reason to trust us.
I wouldn't go that far, Commander.
We are completely neutral in this matter, on neither one side nor the other. Any suggestion otherwise would compromise our position. Given the Federation's involvement...
No, Spock liked what I said. He noticed my keen intellect and unique insight.
in the Ilidium dilithium trade, Captain Solano and I must make every effort to appear neutral in these negotiations.
What worries me is if this whole thing unravels, and we're at the mercy of the storm at less than full strength.
We can't let it come to that.
Considering what the ion storm has done to our ship, and the Ambassador's shuttle, we have to assume the Ilidian fleet has had problems with it as well. This recent surge in the energy disturbance temporarily levels the playing field.
Commander Westbrook is correct.
They won't dare attack us.
Around the Hotari systems have been noted in the past.
The field isn't level. We have the backing of the entire Federation. Either of these forces would be foolish to attack us.
That's probably what the Ilidians thought too.
We are here because we are up to the task at hand.
all the more reason to learn as much about the energy anomaly while we can. We do not want to be caught at a disadvantage, should the situation escalate. So I trust we understand our circumstances.
We're operating on a strict timetable here, and we're going to be leaving for the negotiations shortly. Commander Westbrook, I want you to leverage our systems to investigate the anomaly from here while we're gone.
Aye, Captain.
Thank you all.
You're welcome.
Dismissed.
Out of focus, Spock.
I want to speak to both of you privately.
Ambassador Spock, I'd like to make a formal introduction. My first officer, Commander Jara Rydek.
Commander, as you are aware, there are limits to what Captain Solano and I can do in our official capacity as representatives of the Federation. But someone in an unofficial capacity, your first officer, for example, would not be bound by those
Spock learned a thing or two after working on Romulus.
Commander Rydek could ingratiate herself to certain parties behind the scenes, where they may be more candid in revealing information that could lead to a resolution.
She certainly goes her own way. Maybe that helps in this case.
I'm honored to be included in the negotiation process.
You're not just included, you're instrumental.
Thank you, Spock.
Well, I hope
that was kind of you. Was he? Yeah, I was gonna say he noticed my humility. I was pretty humble, yeah.
We'll have more luck finding out what really happened than we will through official diplomatic channels.
The fate of the negotiations, the interests of the Federation, and the prospect for peace may very well depend on it.
I like how this game has mostly TNG aesthetics, but it just has like a touch of modern Trek. Like coming out of warp, it's just that bam, real fast.
Mr. Diaz,
and on the bridge you have the wide view
you have already
screen,
discussed the warp drive failure with Ambassador Spock.
I have.
It is imperative that the Ambassador's shuttle be flight ready. I need you both to ascertain the root cause of the system failures he encountered.
I'm surprised, Commander. I thought you would have wanted to work on Ambassador Spock's shuttle yourself.
I respect the Ambassador and his many accomplishments, but I do not derive any satisfaction from interacting with his shuttle as if it were somehow transubstantiated through its association with him. Especially when I have the entirety of this starship.
Yeah, do you enjoy anything, really?
Commander Chovak, is there anything you do enjoy?
I take pleasure in the satisfaction of a job well done. I suggest you try it sometime. Make note of any abnormalities in your report. Carry on.
Was that a joke?
No, couldn't have been.
Whoa, you didn't like that. What'd I do? Oh, he didn't care for my cheeky attitude. He's got to go visit a holosuite.
About Vulcans.
Blow off some steam.
The only person who didn't look at this and treat me like I was something to pity. Doc says I should get used to it.
Couldn't you get rid of the
Doesn't mean I
scar?
want to be reminded of it every minute of the day.
Hey, you won't get pity from me. I think it makes you look tough. As tough as you really are, that is.
And that makes you sound pretty smart. I might need you to save me from myself next time, though. Come on. Let's get to the bottom of this.
That's cool how the console comes right out of the floor.
Ready to go?
All set. Let's run the diagnostic.
Wah, 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 wah. I look at just my fingers move by themselves.
So, I know about your talk with Miranda.
You do?
She sent me a Priority 1 dispatch right after your conversation. Knowing you two as well as I do, I thought you'd jump at the chance to, take it to the next level. Why'd you tell her you just wanted to be friends? I was surprised to hear that. I mean, we already know you like her.
Well, I do just want to be friends.
Because I do think we should just stay friends. I don't want to do anything to mess that up.
Fair enough. I get it. And a direct, honest answer is gonna make it a lot easier to stay friends.
Yes,
Just
thank you.
when you see her,
You see
don't
my
make
wisdom.
a big deal of it, and I'll be there to smooth things over.
I don't need you to smooth
nothing
anything
done
over.
yet?
Yeah, it's wrapping up. Let's see. The relays along the primary EPS are blown. The backup relays are all intact.
An EPS overload from the warp drive could cause that. But how did the shuttle end up dead in the water?
Huh. Well, maybe the ship's data recorder can tell us something.
That is out of focus. Why? Is it because I'm playing the game in windowed mode? Is that why some of this is out of focus? That's so strange.
Here.
They were only about 8 minutes from their plotted warp point. No faults, just those warnings. What are they?
Subspace variance out of tolerance. What does that mean?
It means the main navigation array lost sight of space somehow.
Would the array going offline cause that?
Wouldn't I know that?
Yes, but it should have also thrown a fault code.
What does that say? Per the amended Cochrane equation of 2053, subspace curvature must conform to spatial lensing along the vessel's course during warp travel to prevent structural shearing when engaging a warp field. That is one long sentence. Starfleet navigational systems N32 and newer are calibrated to reinforce subspace variance tolerances. A bypass of these tolerances can result in unstable warp system operations, referred to Kozinski warp equations of 2365 for subspace variance exceptions. You know what? I appreciate the level of detail from Dramatic Labs. Thank you. I appreciated reading that. That sounds very Star Trek.
The warp field became inverted suddenly.
I've seen this happen when the center warp coil cracks.
A cracked warp coil throws a fault code.
Still, we should take a look.
Now what does this one say? Warp field inversion. Under normal operating conditions, the warp field generates on a plane parallel to the operating axis of the vessel. The warp field collimates from the warp pylons in a field pattern designated by the coil distribution. Is this just like straight out of the TNG technical manual or something? That would be a cool Easter egg. Wow.
There was a complete warp cascade failure.
Wow. They're lucky the shuttle didn't turn inside out.
Makes me think the computer panicked on the warp field equation.
Any one of these failures should have thrown a fault.
If it was caused by a system failure.
None of this caused
I love this
the
tech
relays
talk.
to blow. Roll forward
It's so
to when
Trek.
it happened.
Yes, ma'am.
So here, they take a moment to get their bearings and they attempt to re-engage the warp drive.
There. That's the relays blowing.
And look, there's another warp system alert.
They're all the same. Subspace variance out of tolerance, or warp inversions. Finally, there's a complete warp cascade failure.
Then it's one of two things. Either a warp coil is cracked or the navigation array is offline.
That makes sense.
Divide and conquer. You want to check the warp coils or the navigation array?
I think I
I'll check
checked the
other.
warp coils the first time,
Let's
so
not
I'm going to do the
overcomplicate this.
navigation array.
One of these systems is likely broken.
I'll check the navigation array.
Tricorder. It will reveal the unseen. Yes, it will. The one thing I don't really like about this tricorder interface is that I would have to be holding it like right in front of my face to see it like this. Seems like it should be a little lower. Okay. Whoa. It's moving me. I didn't do that. Whoa. Okay. Nice linear circuits powering the subspace sensor array are functioning normally. That's fantastic. Okay. Monitors the gradient transitions between normal space and subspace while the vessel's at warp. No physical damage detected. Cool.
Navigation array checks out, so it must be a coil.
Except it's not. Checked and double-checked.
Well, the readings don't lie.
I know.
Here comes the
I can't believe
security
she's
detail for the
talking
way team.
with the knock she got on the head. Ooh, there's the friend zone.
Hey, going planet side?
Yep, as soon as the negotiating team comes down from the bridge. Apparently, we don't get to leave just because I'm ready. Should be an interesting ride down to the surface. I'm not looking for a repeat.
Okay, I'm
of
not gonna
whatever went
address
down
the friend
here.
zone.
Yeah,
So
we're
I'm
still
gonna
trying
play
to
it
figure
cool.
that out.
How dare they keep you waiting? Don't they know who you are?
I mean, how hard can this diplomacy stuff be? I'm sure I could handle it myself.
No doubt about it.
Hey, Maris. Aren't these those button pushers you're always hanging out with?
Rude.
And you're the phaser jockeys we always beat in for Reese Squares, right?
Hey, Parisi Squares is not an easy game.
That another one of the captain's railroad things?
Gotta be. I just usually zone out by the time he gets to the whole steam engines were the warp drives of their day part. Catch y'all later.
See ya.
You don't want to miss your train.
I do have to go.
Go ahead.
Back before you know it.
Just walk away. You're making it awkward. Oh, I can change my mind.
catch up with you
Interesting.
then.
I don't want to though.
And we can just go back to what it was like before.
Goodbye.
Take care of yourself down there, okay? Stay safe.
Always. Don't leave home without it.
What? Don't leave home without what? It's kind of weird. Oh, she had appreciated my thoughtfulness for wishing her safe travels.
That went well enough. It'll be fine. All right, where were we?
So, the warp coils in the navigation array are fine, but the nav computer doesn't seem to think so.
I'm out of ideas short of field stripping the shuttle from bow to stern.
Let's do it.
You wanna
I'll
take
field
this
strip
out
a
of the
shuttle.
shuttle and throw it on the bench?
Oh, real hands-on maintenance. I like it. Okay, the nav computer is patched into the ship.
The ship's computer can double-check our work. If the shuttle's nav computer is putting out false data, we'll know it.
Let's run through the shuttle's logs again.
Running now. Same. Warp field inversion and a cascade failure. However, the Resolute computer doesn't show the same subspace variance.
We're in the same conditions that the shuttle was in when it failed. Why wouldn't the ship's computer get a matching result?
What if the subspace variance was a momentary occurrence?
That's what I was going to suggest. What if the subspace variance was a
And it would
momentary
explain why the
occurrence?
simulation under our current sensor readings failed
See,
to
I could have
reproduce the
written
issue.
this game.
But a subspace anomaly strong enough to cause a warp field collapse would leave graviton ripples for days.
Let's run with the momentary subspace variance theory for now. Roll forward to the shuttle's attempt to re-engage the warp drive. We need the conditions of space around the shuttle at the moment of warp failure.
Resuming simulation.
Error in warp field calculation. Cochrane formula variables are out of range.
That right there. Take the shuttle sensor data from that moment.
Computer, why did the warp field calculation fail?
Warp field pressure returned non-orthogonal. Results are undefined.
That doesn't help.
Wait, what if we use a different ship?
But the Resolute into the simulation instead of the shuttle.
Yeah, it should work just fine. Unless... Computer, run the simulation with the Resolute.
Resolute simulated.
Computer, give me manual control on the warp power.
I know, Stephen. We gotta scan for tachyons. I would if I could, but I can't. There might be a cloaked ship out there. We don't know. We gotta scan for tachyons.
The warp drive has experienced a system-wide cascade failure. Warp field collapsed. Subspace variance is out of tolerance. Cochrane formula results are undefined.
Bingo.
Whatto?
The same moment when
Oh,
the
you've
shuttle
heard
failed to
bingo
warp,
before.
So did the ship. Whatever happened to the shuttle just happened to us. The Resolute will not sustain warp.
Oh my
We
god.
can't leave Hotari space.
Ooh. Cool looking ship.
Ambassador Spock, Captain Solano, welcome to Hotari.
Thanks.
We are honored you've come. My name is Tyler Saltaris, Minister of Diplomatic Affairs.
The honor is ours, and this is Commander Jara Rydick, first officer aboard the USS Resolute. You'll find she has a keen mind and unique insight into the dynamics between the Hotari and the Illydians.
We've traveled a very
Why do I
long
have
way to
unique
get
insight?
here.
I know. We cannot express how much it means to the Hotari people that
These must be the representatives of the mighty Federation. The reigning authority in the galaxy. Or so we've been led to believe. Whether that's true or not remains to be seen. But, either way, we're grateful you've made the time to come to our little corner of the universe.
And you are?
This is Galvin, and this is Citron, the heroes of the revolt in the mines.
I'm getting some Riemann vibes from them.
Let's hope this is the last time we ever have to come here.
If you'll excuse me.
I think we're about to begin.
Who doesn't love some good
hear
alien
the arrogance from that
political angst?
I don't know what we're walking into here. But that guy was something.
That may be true. But let's keep an open mind going into the negotiations. Hopefully he's just one voice amongst many.
Then let's hope he's the outlier.
The Hotari have invited us as their guests, so we must show them the proper respect.
I think I showed strength last time, so I'll do deference. She appreciated the strength last time, so we'll see what she says here.
Ambassador Spock, welcome to Hotari Prime.
The honor is mine, Your Majesty.
That the Federation would send one of their most respected representatives is not only an honor to the Hotari people and their queen, but a recognition of our stature and importance.
Let's get on with it, shall we? With all due respect to the Federation and their ambassador, they have no authority
Those
here.
guys look like someone
we
we
are
would
not
see in the animated
members
series.
of their alliance.
Like the
we
OG
are not
animated
subject to their
series.
rule, nor yours.
We demand the immediate return of all mining operations to Elydian control, as it has been for centuries and will be for centuries more. That has always been our understanding.
That understanding has changed.
Then you invite war.
And if you cannot remain silent,
Guys, settle down, jeez.
you will be silenced. But his point is well taken. What is the Federation's interest in this matter? Perhaps you would have us trade one oppressor for another?
Hey,
The
I'm
Federation
neutral.
remains neutral.
Yeah.
Our only interest is the peaceful resolution of this conflict. We are here at your request, Your Majesty.
For now.
You tell him,
trying
Spock.
to keep an open mind here, but it's not easy. I thought they wanted us here.
Shut up, Captain.
Was there something you wanted to say, Captain?
Oh, no. My apologies.
And what about the Kobliad?
I have a name,
She's not
thank
She
you.
can speak for herself, can't she? Then let her. Now then, what is your name?
Commander
My name is James T. Kirk.
Your Majesty.
Being a Kobliad, you would know better than anyone. Your people suffered brutal treatment at the hands of the Cardassians. Their injustice towards the Kobliad is as unimaginable as it is unforgivable. Not unlike how we have been treated by the Elydians.
As much as they'd have you believe they are the victims here, remember it was the Hotari who attacked us. Hundreds of innocent Elydians were slaughtered without mercy.
Their
in
eyes
those
are cool.
mines.
The blood is on their hands, not ours.
Quiet! If after all the Kobliad suffered, you finally had the chance to right that wrong, to get out from under their control, would you take it?
Don't pose a
Or would
hypothetical
you
at me.
negotiate a peace?
I can't speculate on that the first time, so I would right the wrong.
If the opportunity presented itself, and I wish that it had,
Yeah, Brian, they sure did.
more than you can
They
know,
sure did nail the vibe
then
here.
I would right the wrong, without hesitation. For the sake of the Kobliad, we suffered enough.
Of course you would. It would be foolish to do otherwise. The Federation is the most powerful, most advanced alliance in the galaxy. It's widely known we have an abundance of dilithium in our mines. And it's in your interest to secure a steady supply.
Your Majesty, if I may.
Ambassador Spock would have us believe you're here as a neutral party in the interest of peace. So why are you really here? I want the truth.
Give us your dilithium.
Not your Federation rhetoric.
I did say we only want peace the first time, so I just tell the truth. We want
It's
dilithium.
possible the Federation has an interest in both peace and securing a steady source of dilithium. One does not preclude or prevent the other.
Logical,
But
logical.
that's just my personal opinion.
Given the Federation has done business with the Elydians for decades, I would agree. It's entirely possible, if not highly likely.
What they haven't said, but can...
Did the captain like what I said? He thought I handled the complex situation as well as could be expected. I sure did. And Spock thought I performed well under pressure. Yeah.
Lie is a
It's
simple
nice to be
truth.
appreciated.
The dilithium trade would not and will no longer exist without Elydian involvement. We created it for the benefit of everyone, especially the Hotari. We've given them warp technology. We've let them share in the profits. We've made their lives infinitely better than before dilithium was discovered. All of that goes away if the Federation turns a blind eye to their treachery.
That is enough of your lies!
Uh-oh.
The Hotari are quite
He's angry
capable
now.
of running the mine. We've done so for centuries. Don't tell me Who deserves control of the dilithium trade and the mines on Tau? Who should the Federation recognize?
Oh, she shouldn't be putting me on the spot like that.
Hotari or the Elidians?
You do have to choose one. I wish you didn't have to choose
Only be one
either
or the
one.
other, not both.
If I have to choose only one, then it would have to be the Hotari.
Well said. How could the just and wise Federation make any other choice?
Oh, she liked that.
This is an outrage. The Federation has lost all credibility.
The mines are ours. Lydia will not be deterred. We will take back our mines by any means necessary.
Then you will see more blood spilled.
I am more than willing to address your concerns, Your Majesty. Yours as well, Representative. But I suggest we could have a more productive conversation.
Hey, Steven, you should follow Trek News on Twitter so we can get you that
only the
code.
most essential representatives.
We don't want to forget.
I suppose there is some sense to that.
Or Facebook.
I hope we meet again, Jara Ryan.
I'm sure we will meet again. You're too cool not to see again. Alright folks, I think we're going to call it a night. I hope you enjoyed this look at Star Trek Resurgence from Dramatic Labs. I like the game a lot. Go read the review on TrekNews.net. We have a lot of good things to say about it. And great job to Dramatic Labs for their first game. They really did a great job here. Follow Trek News on Twitter or Facebook to see more about Resurgence, more about everything else Star Trek. And we hope you enjoy taking a look at the game today. Have a good night, folks.